Today on Rappler. Cartoonist Ben Harl Cahill was red-tagged before he was killed. Bureau of Corrections officials tagged as suspects in the murder of Percy Lapid are still in the country. First polls close in the U.S. midterm elections as Republicans and Democrats fight for control of the U.S. Congress. Former U.S. President Donald Trump gears up to run after the midterms. The NCAA indefinitely suspends JRU's John Amores for punching 4 Benilde players. Lin-Manuel Miranda is cast in the Percy Jackson series. And Chris Evans is People magazine's sexiest man alive. Slain public school arts teacher and award-winning cartoonist Ben Harl Capote Cahill was red-tagged before he was killed. The group Movement Against Disinformation says Cahill's editorial cartoons, quote-unquote, had exposed him to red tagging which culminated in his brutal death. Gunmen shot the 27-year-old cartoonist and special program in the arts coordinator of the Lebac Legislated National High School in an ambush while he was on his motorcycle on his way home. Police say he died of multiple gunshot wounds, but authorities say their initial suspicion is that the murder had nothing to do with Cahill's advocacy and stinging editorial cartoons. Soc Sergeant Police adds a person of interest has been identified. Authorities say suspended Bureau of Corrections Director General Gerald Bantag and BuCor Directorate for Security and Operations Superintendent Ricardo Zulueta, both tagged in the killing of broadcaster Percy Lapid, are still in the country. Justice Secretary Boying Remulla tells reporters that as government officials, Bantag and Ricardo cannot flee the country without travel authorities. Bantag and Zulueta, along with 10 persons deprived of liberty, face murder complaints for the death of Lapid and June Villamor, the alleged middleman in the Lapid case. Remulla also reveals Lapid visited Bantag's house weeks before he was killed to take photos of his house and vehicles. Remulla adds the plot to kill Lapid was supposedly hatched on September 17. Lapid was gunned down on October 3. Authorities earlier said Zulueta had gone into hiding. Bantag's legal counsel say the suspended BuCor chief is not in hiding. The first polls in U.S. midterm elections close on Tuesday, November 8. This election will determine whether Republicans win control of Congress, giving them the power to block much of President Joe Biden's agenda in the next 2 years. An Edison Research exit poll of midterm voters shows inflation and abortion were the top issues on voters' minds, with 3 of 10 citing one or the other as their top concern. Inflation in the U.S. is at 8.2%, the highest rate it has been in 40 years. 35 Senate seats and all 435 House of Representatives seats are on the ballot. Republicans are widely favored to pick up the 5 seats they need to control the House. The Senate, currently split in half, could come down to a quartet of toss-up races in Pennsylvania, Nevada, Georgia, and Arizona. Former President Donald Trump tells supporters at a rally on Monday night he is going to be making a very big announcement on Tuesday, November 15 in Florida. Trump has spent months teasing a 2024 presidential run, suggesting to supporters he would throw his hat into the ring as soon as next week. But in a national polling survey and in interviews, Republican voters in 3 battleground states expressed concerns about 76-year-old Trump running. These voters cite Trump's age, his polarizing personality, and his ability to compete in a general election as reasons for their apprehension. But strategists and party leaders say Trump remains the odds-on favorite for the Republican nomination in 2 years. The NCAA suspends Jose Rizal University's John Amores indefinitely after punching no less than 4 College of St. Benilde players last Tuesday. The NCAA also hands at least 1 game suspensions to 10 other JRU players for participating in the brawl. Meantime, College of St. Benilde head coach Charles Chu says 2 of the 4 players punched by Amores on Tuesday no longer need any surgical procedures. Tane Davis, Jimboy Pasturan, Mark Sanko, and Migs Oxon were punched by Amores in quick succession, knocking out Pasturan and Davis. This is the 3rd time Amores lost his cool in 2022. Meantime, backers of the UP men's basketball team say they are filing criminal charges against Amores for punching Maroons recruit Mark Belmonte. The Percy Jackson series makes a blockbuster casting announcement, saying musical force Lin-Manuel Miranda is joining the show as the Greek messenger god Hermes. Miranda has been keeping busy behind the camera with 2021 musical releases In the Heights, Vivo, Encanto, and his directorial debut, Tick Tick Boom. Rick Riordan confirms the news himself, saying, "I could not get Lin-Manuel Miranda's voice out of my head. I knew he would be the perfect person to bring Hermes to life in all his complex glory." The upcoming Percy Jackson and the Olympians television series is based on the best-selling books of the same name by Rick Riordan. The show is set to be released in early 2024 on Disney+. American actor Chris Evans is named 2022's Sexiest Man Alive by People magazine, and we're here for it. Chris tells People in an interview, "My mom will be so happy." He adds this title is something his mom can really brag about. Chris, 41, is best known for his role as the original Captain America in the Marvel Cinematic Universe film franchise. He recently starred in the 2022 Netflix action thriller film The Gray Man alongside Ryan Gosling and Ana de Armas. Chris is also set to star alongside Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in the upcoming holiday action film Red One. Chris joins the likes of celebrities Paul Rudd, Michael B. Jordan, John Legend, and Idris Elba, who were the title holders from 2018 to 2021. And that's today's wrap. I'm Marguerite De Leon. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. Follow us on Rappler's YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.